guys, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. So today, as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a weight loss video. Obviously kind of prompted because it's the beginning of the new year, and for a lot of people their goals revolve around like getting in shape or losing weight, stuff like that, which like I wouldn't say is necessarily the most important New Year's resolution you can have, but that is the one that I have the most experience in, so that's what I'm addressing. This video is going to be pretty lengthy because I'm going to cover a few different things and questions. So what I've done, because when I'm watching videos like this, I want to know specific things, and sometimes that's it, is I've linked down below when each segment starts, so that if you're just here for a specific part of the video, you don't necessarily have to watch the whole thing. I would love for you to, but that's up to you. I'm just trying to help y'all out and talk about something that I actually know something about and went through. So, yeah, I did that for y'all, and there's going to be 3 different sections. There's how to lose weight fast, there is how to keep weight off, and then there's also, I did like a Q&A on my Instagram, and so if you had questions, that's where I'm going to be answering those. So that's what I'm going to be addressing in this video. Again, it's just going to be chatty and kind of long, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm going to try and address everything that I can possibly think of under the sun to help you guys out with this, because I've been there and I know what it's like, and I'm still kind of there. So like, don't let me fool you, I'm not like over here being a personal trainer or anything. So I'm still like in the midst of it with y'all, so I get it. So I will go. So if you see me looking at my phone, it's because I have like notes and stuff in there. So I probably won't be, but just in case, that's what I'm looking at. So the first part of this was actually how to lose weight fast. This is something a lot of people want to know. Usually people that are trying to lose weight for like an event, like if you have like a formal or a wedding or something and you just want to shed like not a ton of weight, obviously, because if you do that really fast, that's usually, there's no way to do that super healthy. But if you're just trying to drop a few extra pounds for something specific, or if you are just ready to go ham because it's the new year and you are like all in it, like this is a section for you. So I would say that I lost weight moderately fast. I lost around 120 pounds in around / less than a year. So that was a lot. But I have lost it both very quickly, and there were times when I lost it really, really slowly. So here we go. This is how you can lose weight really fast, but you gotta be like crazy dedicated. Okay, so the first segment to losing weight fast, and this is honestly gonna be the most important part of almost any kind of weight loss, is diet. And that sounds kind of crazy because I know a lot of people think it's all about like working out in the gym, and let me tell you, it is, but diet is so important. Honestly, like if you can't stick to your diet plan, but you exercise a lot, you might lose weight, but it's gonna be so much harder. Like, don't do that to yourself. So how to lose weight fast, diet portion. This is what I did. This worked well for me. I'm not gonna say like 100% this will work well for you, but everyone else I've talked to, this works really well for them. And it sucks, but you have to cut out carbs. I know that that's like the worst thing ever, and it's usually not very sustainable, but if you wanna drop weight really quickly, cutting out like bready carbs is a huge help. That includes things like pasta and bread and potatoes and stuff like that. I mean, I know there are like carbs and vegetables, but that's different. We're not talking about those kind of carbs. You know what kind of carbs I'm talking about, and that's not it. What is that? So yeah, so cutting out carbs is gonna be your best friend if you're trying to lose weight fast. So for me, my diet mainly consisted of, when I was trying to lose weight, proteins like chicken, eggs, steak, pork, like all different kinds of meats. So if you're vegetarian, this is gonna be a little more difficult for you. And then vegetables, so a ton of like green vegetables. Those are gonna be also your best friend because they keep things moving, just to be frank, and that's honestly like very helpful during this. So like broccoli, green beans, salads, stuff like that. Be careful with dressings. You gotta watch those like crazy. So a lot of that kind of stuff. I cut out dairy. That helped me a ton. Dairy isn't necessarily something that everyone has to cut out, but it can help you tremendously if you're trying to drop weight like really, really quickly. And water, tons and tons and tons of water, because you have to be like flushing out toxins and everything like that, and it will always help you. You're never going to, I said this in my last video and someone came at me about it, like you're never gonna drink too much water. It's really hard to drink too much water. Okay, you can, but it's not likely gonna happen. So like, be chugging water, be very careful about sticking to like proteins, vegetables, fruit sparingly, because fruit does have sugar in it. It's natural sugar, so it's not going to be as bad for you as like eating a Reese's cup, but also the less sugar the better, because it is, or the less fruit the better, because it is still sugar. So diet wise, proteins, greens slash vegetables, and fruit and water are gonna be your best friend. And that is like super boring. I understand that. Like there's ways to spice it up. Don't get me wrong. You can make those foods super delicious, and Pinterest is gonna be your best friend, but it's not like you're gonna be eating most likely your favorite foods during this. So you gotta kind of pick and choose which is more important. But diet-wise, like that is the ticket with almost everyone I've talked to that's lost weight pretty quickly or is losing weight. Sticking to those food groups has helped them so much, and honestly it's gonna help you feel a lot better too. Usually when you kick out carbs, there's kind of like a point, for me at least there was, where I had to deal with being kind of lethargic, because for me carbs like helped me have energy, but once you get over that little stage where you're letting go of them, it will help you so much and you feel so much better. So yeah, that is what I would suggest diet wise if you're trying to lose weight like super fast. So for exercise, for quick weight loss, you probably have heard this from 1,000 people, and I'm going to just reiterate it, but cardio is gonna be your best friend. But do not forget like weight training, because if you only do cardio and you don't do any kind of weights and you lose more than almost any weight, you're gonna have issues. Like it's just not as helpful, and you're not gonna build muscle, and you're gonna be like skinny fat, and it's not gonna do that much for you. But a lot of cardio will help you lose weight really fast. So when I say cardio, I'm not talking like elliptical. Like that's still good too if you have rough knees or anything like that. Like I'm not gonna say anything bad about any cardio is good. Like go for it. Anything to get you moving is better than not. But when I say cardio, I mean like jumping jacks, like burpees, stair climber, like stuff that's hard. Like that is honestly gonna be so essential to losing weight, is getting your cardio in there. You need at least 30 minutes of cardio every single day, but when I was doing this, I would do like an hour of cardio, an hour of weights, which was a lot of work, but it dropped off really quickly. So pump up your cardio. Like if you want to go run, I don't like running, I'm not a runner, it's just not a thing for me, but like go for it. Running, like I said, stair stepper, jumping jacks, burpees, anything to get your heart rate up and going. Like the rowing machine is great because it's kind of a full body workout and cardio at the same time, so like it's kick butt. But anything that's gonna get your heart rate up and get you sweating is going to drop the pounds. So that combined with diet, honestly, almost foolproof, will help you lose weight really fast. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to tell you you're gonna lose 10 pounds overnight. That's not healthy, that's not gonna work. It's also water weight, it'll be back tomorrow. But it will help you drop weight much faster than the next method that I'm gonna get into, which is kind of the slower method, but a lot more sustainable. This type of weight loss is usually not that sustainable because people are not usually going to want to go to the gym like 2 hours every day forever. But if you're training for something or trying to lose weight for something, it can be super helpful. But also cutting out carbs and any kind of anything forever is usually not realistic for everyone. So this can be extremely stressful if you're not used to this kind of like lifestyle. It's a lot of work, but let me tell you, like it will work. So that is how to lose weight fast. And on to the next section. So the second part is probably gonna be longer because this is something I'm like way more passionate about because I have learned more about it through my weight loss process. And this is how to lose weight and keep it off. So I lost 120 pounds. I'm gonna be honest with you, I gained back like 40 of it and I lost like 20 of it again. So like I've been there and done that with like everything you're gonna go through or have been through. Like I've been there, so don't worry. I'm coming at you with knowledge from every section of the weight loss journey. I have experienced it. And I want to say like I know what I'm talking about, but I mean, I'm not a trainer. So like take this with a grain of salt, but also like this is what has helped me. That's the only information I can give you. So to lose weight sustainably in a way that you can keep up, you have to do things in moderation and not like break your back over this. So that was where I slipped up, is I trained hard and ate super healthy for like a year, and then I fell off the wagon and I gained weight because my body wasn't used to things like sugar or carbs or anything like that. And once I put them back in my body, it like caught up to me really quickly. So diet wise, for a sustainable weight loss, you don't have to cut out everything like carb wise, but cut it, like pull it back. So right now I'm still in like trying to lose weight, trying to lose like the last 20 pounds that I gained back. And I still eat carbs right now. So that might seem counterintuitive to everything I just said the first half of the video, but it's much more sustainable than to completely cut them out at all, at least for me and for most people. So right now I do stick mostly to tons of proteins, tons of vegetables, but I also incorporate things like brown rice or like sweet potatoes and stuff like that. I try not to eat pastas and breads because that has almost usually no nutrition, and so it's really not necessary. Like, yeah, it's good, but it's not gonna really do anything for you. But the thing about sustainable weight loss is you can't completely deny yourself all the time because you're gonna fall off the wagon, and usually when that happens, it happens hard. So like, say right now, if I was like, oh my gosh, like I've eaten really well all day and I really want something sweet, like I'll go have it if I want to. I mean, I understand moderation, and that's the thing that you have to remember, is that everything in moderation, you can kind of get it in there. This will make weight loss slower because you are still eating things that aren't necessarily healthy for you, but you most likely will be way more able to stick to this kind of diet plan. So like, what did I have the other day? Like a Reese's or something, like I still will eat that. I just know that having 5 of them every single day is probably not gonna do much for me nutritionally or weight wise. So you have to be really careful about moderation in this, but like, don't deny yourself, don't drive yourself crazy, because it just is not healthy for you emotionally for a very long time. And it means that when you actually come off of that diet plan, you most likely will gain weight back if you're not like extremely careful. This is where a lot of people have problems, is they're like gung-ho for a long time, lose a bunch of weight, and then go off of it and think they're gonna be fine eating the way they were before, and it just doesn't work that way. So you can still eat what you want, just you understand, like I feel like most people understand things that they should cut out. So like pizza, yes, it's delicious, don't eat it every single day, have it every so often, don't deny yourself to the point where you're miserable, but watch what you're eating. And another thing that I actually learned kind of recently, which seems to make sense like easily, but I never thought of this, is mindful eating. And like a ton of people have told me about this. Like, listen to your body when you're eating. This is the best way to lose weight and keep it off, is to like listen to what your body's saying. So a lot of people eat past the point where they're full, they'll just keep eating because it's good. Like, don't do that, because that's your body saying like you're done, and you're just saying no, I'm not, like I'm just gonna keep eating, and that is never gonna help you. So listen to what your body is saying to you, and really try and pay attention to like how foods make your body feel. So for me, like I just referenced, love pizza, but it makes my stomach hurt. Like, it does not make me feel good. I don't feel energized. I don't feel like ready to go afterwards. So it's not something I eat that often, because it's never gonna help me, honestly. But I do still eat it if I want to every so often, because for long-term lifestyle changes, you can still fit in the things you love. You just have to be really careful about how often you work that into your diet. So using a lot of the diet from the first part, like veggies, proteins, fruits, and still having some of the stuff you like sometimes, you will still lose weight. It just will be slower, but way more sustainable. So the second part of this is going to be exercise for like keeping weight off. And this is going to be extremely similar to the first part, because a combination of cardio and weights is always going to be your best friend. I didn't really explain the weights part in the first part, so whoops. But so for weight loss that's going to give you the best results and stay the longest, again, a mixture of cardio and weight training is going to be your #1 plan. I'm gonna like reiterate what I said already, because if you skip to this part, you're not gonna have heard this, but cardio wise, I mean like walking, running, stair stepper, jumping jacks, burpees, like all that kind of stuff. That's gonna get your heart rate up and get you sweating. And then for weight wise, a lot of the stuff that I do and did is all body weight exercises. So I don't do a ton of machine work, just because, and I've said this in other videos, usually when you use a machine, you don't need to have any kind of form. And so there's a lot of muscles that you're not even using, because you utilize a ton of muscles when you're working out, not on a machine, just by trying to keep form. So I do a lot of like kettlebell swings and stuff with dumbbells, and like squats and like all this kind of stuff with free weights, because keeping form works your abs and it works your legs and it works so many things that when you're using machines, like it doesn't work. However, that being said, if you are someone that's like brand new to all this and you can't do that kind of stuff yet, or you're not comfortable with that, or you think you're gonna get hurt, or you have injuries, like use the machines. Any kind of exercise is better than no exercise. I'm not knocking any of it. I'm just saying, for people that want good results and have all the abilities and have like nothing holding them back, but like no injuries or anything like that, like not using machines is gonna help you a lot. So yeah, exercise